Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. It appears that I'm losing my voice. So we'd like to welcome everyone to the Sunday program. Prabhupada, when he opened the first ISKCON temple, where was the first ISKCON temple opened? In New York. He started this Sunday program, and by which those who lived in the metro world, doing jobs, businesses, would have the opportunity to come to the temple on Sunday. The Prabhupada organized the Sunday Love Feast. You heard this phrase before? Sunday Love Feast. And Prabhupada personally would cook the feast on Sundays to make it attractive for individuals to come. And many came, got attracted to Krishna Prasad. So Prabhupada's great desire was the whole world becomes happy. Brahma-bhuta prasannatma. That is the desire of a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava is a well-wisher of everyone. Prabhupada, when he would sign his letters, he would write, "Your ever well-wisher." It means one who always cares for you. So in the material world, we really don't know who cares for whom. And to put it bluntly, nobody really cares for anything. Is that right? You elect your politicians to power, and they promise you the sun and the moon. But after they come to office, they really care for you. Most of the pastors of the world, they don't. Nobody cares. And the world today is in such a sad situation. Take, for example, this war that's going on between Russia and Ukraine. You're aware of this war? Everyone is aware? Okay. It's really unfortunate. Yesterday evening, there was a big tragedy. Our devotees were engaged in midday meal, in supplying food for life, I'm sorry. The war has been going on about 3 months, but it's gone. Called Food for Life. And we had a Food for Life building, and devotees were regularly risking their lives and doing Food for Life. But yesterday, the Ukrainians shot a missile, and that missile completely devastated our Food for Life building, and 3 devotees died on the spot, and 1 devotee is very critical. So this is, devotees are trying to serve the society by going out and risking their life. And why is this war being fought? Because just to fulfill hungry. As you may know, globally all over the world, there is what you call now a very high inflation. Are you aware of that? I'm not going to give a lecture on economics, but the world, even the United States, is experiencing the highest inflation it has ever experienced in the last 20 years. So why does we print these Bhagavad Gita? Now the Bhagavad Gita that we print are going to be costing a lot more. Why? Because the pulp to produce this paper came from Russia and Ukraine. And in the war, all the pulp got destroyed. The wheat got destroyed. And as a result, the cost of paper has gone up. And then the cost of our books has gone up. So people are going to say, hey, you Bhakti-Rana people charge too much for the books. We are being forced to charge. Just to recover the cost. So the world today is in great turmoil. In fact, people have been talking about even the Third World War. So anything is possible because power is in the hands of bad people. They destroyed the whole country of Ukraine with missiles. So this is something even more tragic than what took place in the Second World War. The world today is in a very unfortunate situation where A exploits B and B exploits C. And why are they fighting? Because I need more territory. They have so much territory. They have such a huge territory with only 28 million people, but they need more. So man's greed doesn't know any limit. Does man's greed know any limits? Yes or no? In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, lust, anger, and greed are three highways that take you where? Hell. Is there hell? Most people don't want to believe it. People would like to believe with the end of the body, everything finishes. क्या करते हो? Can you all hear on the four corners? Can you hear on that side? So, lust, anger, and greed are three highways leading to hell. Lust is the all-devouring enemy of the living entity. And it's always burning like fire. And can it ever be satisfied? No. Krishna says, no, it can never be satisfied. It doesn't matter how much you indulge, you will never be satisfied. Then anger. Why do people become angry? Why do people become angry? When they don't get what they want. Then they think, I should be entitled to this. I'm not getting it, they become angry. And when they become angry, what do? They can do anything. In this country, you can carry guns. So anger takes on various forms. The most extreme, of course, is using a gun or something. So, anger. Then greed. Can man's greed be ever satisfied? No. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, you read the story of a king called Baltimore, and an incarnation of the Lord called Vamandev. The Lord incarnates in various forms. He can incarnate as half man, half lion. Can you conceive of that? Can you? Once we were having a court case, and the prosecution brought a picture of Lord Nrsimhadev in the court and said, my Lord, this is their God, half man, half lion. And the foolish jury said, yes, how is this possible? So Krishna says, Janma karma jama devya. My appearing and disappearing is both completely transcendental. For God, nothing is inconceivable. So the Lord appeared as Muhammad there, as a young Brahmin boy. He walked into a sacrifice that was being performed by Bali Maharaj. And Bali Maharaj, when he saw that, very handsome young Brahmin boy, he was overjoyed. He said, what great fortune. This Brahmin boy has come to attend my family's ceremony. So the king said, welcome, what can I do for you? Is there anything I can serve you? So the Brahmin boy said, if you want to help me, serve me, just give me enough land where I can keep, what? 3 footsteps. I can keep 3 footsteps. And the king was surprised. You come to such a rich man, the king, and say, please give me enough land where I can keep 3 footsteps. He said, you don't look very intelligent. Ask me for something more. I can give you more. Why are you asking me for something so little? And then the Brahmin boy said, a hungry man can be satisfied. When can a hungry man be satisfied? When he gets food to eat. A thirsty man can be satisfied when you give him water to drink. An angry man can be satisfied when he has the opportunity to get angry. Sometimes you're very angry at someone, and you shout, and he doesn't retaliate. The sound is not good. It's very high ego. And so an angry man can be satisfied when he gets something to eat. But a greedy man, he said, can never be satisfied. So by and large, society today consists of greedy people. And in order to satisfy their greed, they'll do anything. So Krishna is enlightening us. The Bhagavad Gita is considered to be the most ancient book of knowledge, real knowledge. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, this knowledge is the king of education. So we should make it a point to regularly study the Śrīla Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada said, Bhagavad Gita is like high school. Śrīmad Bhagavatam is like college. And Chaitanya Charitamrita is like postgraduate. So we see that in the material world, everyone is anxious for education. Am I right? Everyone. People have so many degrees, but they still want to pursue to get more and more. But unfortunately, they lack a foundation. You can have 1 zero and 100 zeros. How much will that come to? How much? 0. So you have all these achievements, but they do not satisfy the individual. So the Lord gave us the Bhagavad Gita, an ancient book of knowledge. And the conclusion of the Gita is, you're not this body. If I'm not this body, what am I? What am I? soul. Can you see the soul? Then why do you want me to believe it? If you don't show me something, I'm not going to believe it. So what's the answer? What's the answer? Huh? What's the answer? You can't see it, but you can experience it. You can't see the soul, okay? Can you? But you can experience it. As long as the soul is in the body, there is consciousness. And when the soul leaves the body is pronounced dead. The Vedas are so precise that they tell you also the measurement of the soul. And what is the measurement of the soul? What is it? 1/10,000, the tip of the hair. It's not 1/10,000, the length of the hair. If it was the length, then the ladies would have longer souls than the men. So, 1/10,000 on the tip of the hair. And the soul is transmigrating from one body to another. Yeah. The atheists would like to believe the whole show collapses at the end of the body. But that's not true. The soul just transmigrates from one body to another. Just like, for example, all of you sitting in this room, had a history of good karma. Because you had a history of good karma, you are living in a very opulent society. You're living with all the comfort. Why is it? You go to any part of the world, people are dying to come to America. Is that right? The other day I flew in from Delhi to Washington, and as we were getting into the buses, I could hear everyone talking in Hindi, in African, every language of the world, except English. These are the people who push the chair car. So they speak every language except English. So you walk into America and you're greeted with African, Hindi. Most of them spoke Hindi. So the point is, due to good karma, you have taken both here. But this good karma doesn't last eternally. Just like an aeroplane. It stays in the sky only as long as it has enough fuel. A car can be driven only as far as the petrol inside. So karma is short term. Your good karma will give you a nice house, nice bank balance. But eventually it will go away. Do millionaires die? Or they're exempted? Do movie stars, do they die? Do sports stars, do they die? History shows that everyone in history has died. You know, people talk about history. What is there to study in the history of the world? In the history of the world, everyone goes through birth, disease, and old age. But that nobody wants to discuss. So, karma is short term. So one who's intelligent will say, why should I waste my valuable human life? I should use it for serving the Lord. Lord Rishabdev in the 5th canto says, don't waste this valuable human life. use it to serve the Lord. So this is what this Krishna conscious movement is doing. It's trying to educate society. And educate society on the basis of transcendental literature. Prabhupada labored hard to write this literature. So we encourage everyone to read. How many of you have read the Bhagavad Gita? At least once. How many of you have read the Bhagavad Gita? At least once. That's all. And how many of you read the Gita? Not every day, but regularly. And how many of you would like to read the Gita, but you're too lazy to read it? You want to read the Gita, but I'm lazy. Can't make that extra effort. And then, very soon, death will come and take everything away. Is that right? In America, does death leave anything behind? Anything behind? Oh, yeah. Everything goes. So, Prabhupada encouraged us to distribute books. And one of them is Bhagavad Gita. For the past few years, there's another program that has been started. That is the Buddha Purnima Marathon, which is directed to increase the readership of the Srimad Bhagavatam. This marathon has been going on for 4 or 5 years. How many of you have a copy of the Srimad Bhagavatam in your home? That's all? And how many of you have a copy of the latest Time magazine? Indians probably don't read Time. They probably read Vijaya Samachar. So we have all these other books, but not the most important books. So the Srimad Bhagavatam is described as a ripened fruit of Vedic knowledge. So this year also, devotees are going to embark on a marathon. And that means they try to distribute these sets. Last year, how many sets? How many?
Last year we did 130 sets total.
130 sets. And how many of you took part in it? How many of you took part in the book marathon last year? I think other people are. And before that, how many books we did? How many sets? Before last year. 2 years ago. How many sets?
2 years ago we did 121 sets.
And 3 years ago. Anyway, worldwide, last year, ISKCON devotees did over 20,000 Bhagavatam sets. This was the first time in history that we did more than 20,000 sets. They were around 25,000. And these sets were sponsored by individuals. They said, please send this set to my relatives in India. And these sets were sponsored and all over the world. And in total they did 20,000 sets all over the world. So the Srimad Bhagavatam is a ripened fruit. And again this year, there's going to be a marathon. Who knows the meaning of marathon? What does it mean? You make an extra effort to succeed in your mission. And our mission is to distribute maximum number of sets. And it is said, in the month of Bhadra Purnima, what is the Bhadra Purnima day this year? In the month of Bhadra Purnima, anyone who gets this Bhagavatam set, he becomes very fortunate, makes progress for the journey back to God.
September 10th.
So September 10th is the opening of the Bhadra Purnima. And I want to request all of you, please take part in this marathon. The local devotees can give you more information. How many of you will take part in the book marathon? You may say, but I already sponsored. Even if you sponsored, the world population is how big? What's the world population? What is the world population? How many? 8 billion. And we certainly haven't distributed 8 billion sets so far. So we have a long way to go. And we all make an effort. Prabhupada will be very pleased. Prabhupada used to say, if you want to please me, please distribute my book. So please take part in this marathon. Try to distribute.
Sponsors are said today. Guru Maharaj is going to sign the Bhagavatam for them.
Maybe somebody can explain what are the terms this year. Explain what are the terms this year. Terms.
What are the terms? Sponsor, what are the terms to sponsor? What are the terms to sponsor?
And what's the price going to be?
Oh. Yeah, normally it is 251, but because of Maharaja's special presence and getting the Bhagavatam, book Bhagavatam from the person Bhagavatam, we have a special price of only 199. You get the book. And it's not the price, it's Maharaja's mercy you get to keep with you for the rest of your life. And we also have a great opportunity we are going to all the Hindu temples in the Washington, D.C. area and requesting them to keep a Bhagavatam set so that everybody can get benefit, whoever is coming to those temples. We are also going to approach the libraries in Baltimore area. And we have a huge opportunity to send Bhagavatam sets to Bali. Recently we visited there, and local people, when they are getting Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, they're in the schools, they're crying and they're like snatching the books from each other, the kids. So there is such a great demand because Bali is a Hindu nation and they don't have any philosophy of Hinduism. So when they are getting Prabhupada's books, they are just so hungry for it. So there's a great opportunity to send Bhagavatam sets to Bali also. So please come forward and get Maharaja's blessings today. And we have a table outside, so you can come and approach.
I wanted to give you an update. The ISKCON leadership in India has resolved that within the next 5 years, they will plant the seeds of Krishna consciousness in all the 5,000 districts of India. In every corner of India, there will be the presence of Lord Chaitanya's movement. In every corner of India, in the next 5 years, that is our target for India. And that means in every library of India, we're going to have Prabhupada books, and especially in the local language, like in Bengal, all the books in Bengali. And we're trying to achieve this in 5 years. It's not going to be easy But India is a huge country, and there's libraries. We're trying to place the books in libraries, hospitals, bookshops. And many times we send the books directly to anyone that you may designate. And we have cases where by giving these books, people have become spiritualized. So please take part in this book marathon. Are you ready for that? And now you're almost in July, and Mother Purnima starts from September 10th. So you don't have much time left. Start preparing. Sometimes when these marathons come, we say, who will I go to? I've been to everyone. But you'll be surprised if you're curious, determined, and Krishna in the heart will inspire you with some new ideas. So please take part. This is an activity for the welfare of the entire world. So this is the highest welfare activity. So please participate and get the mercy of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Maybe the local devotees can give some more information. You don't have any questions? No questions. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Kindly accept my humble obeisances. So, Guru Maharaj, as you said that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul, and we hear also in all the classes, but
Yes.
But on personal level, I don't feel that I am the spirit soul, I am not this body. And I also feel that
I'm sorry. Could you repeat the 2 points? The sound is so bad.
So, we read in Bhagavad Gita and we hear in the classes that we are not this body, we are the. But I don't feel that I am the spirit soul. I feel that I am this body only, and this body will be with me for.
But even though you are saying that, I have every reason to believe you do understand you're not this body. Because if you were this body, you would be engaged in all nonsense activities or sense enjoyment, whereas you look to be more civilized and spiritual. So you are believing in it, even though you may say, I don't believe in it. Just like someone may say, I don't believe in the holy name, but you're chanting the holy name. That's the proof. So I think you do believe that there is soul in the body. Okay?
How to get out from the shyness or that mental limitation when you go for distribution? If you
Well, there are different categories of devotees. Some are very shy and reluctant. Some devotees are very aggressive and not shy. So, understand, you're not this body, you're doing this to please Krishna. Just do it. Can you all hear in the back? Okay. Any more? Yes. In the back. Yes. Is somebody, any questions?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dhanva Pranam. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to you. Maharaj, I have a question related to book distribution. Like sometime, what is the way people, devotees say we have a soft copy or we can read online. So what is the best way to tell them being a...
I couldn't hear.
So how is important Bhagavatam in your day-to-day life, the hard copy? So every Grihastha should have the keep of Srimad Bhagavatam, not the online.
Hard copy is a book. Hard copy is a book, is it?
Yeah, hard copy of the Bhagavatam.
So what's the question?
I have a soft copy. How do you convince them to take a hard copy?
Encourage them to take a hard copy. Frankly, hard copy is good for the eye. It's okay for the eyes. And soft copies are not really good for the eyes in the long run. Hard copy can save your eyes. The soft copy is bad for the eyes. And hard copy is easier to read. Yes. Yes, Bhima. Somebody had a hand up on that side.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the wonderful class. How can we remain enthusiastic for preaching and giving Krishna consciousness to other people in our busy lives?
If you're chanting and following the process, then you'll be enthusiastic. People often ask, how can I be enthusiastic all the time? You can be enthusiastic if you follow the process. And if you don't chant regularly and so on, then your enthusiasm will go away. So the key is regular chanting of the holy name. If you're regularly chanting the holy name, that will help you remain enthusiastic. Okay, any more questions? Yeah.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. For a conditioned soul,
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, thank you for your nice class. For a conditioned soul, his experience is always on the bodily platform. He has only experienced happiness through senses. The happiness offered in Krishna consciousness is transcendental, but that happiness is not experienced by a conditioned soul. How one can experience something which is not available? And because without that experience, to progress in Krishna consciousness is very hard.
Okay. We are practicing Krishna consciousness because we are experiencing happiness. If, for example, you did not get any happiness by chanting, you would not chant. If, for example, you didn't give any pleasure in being in devotee association, you would not associate. The fact that you're practicing Krishna consciousness means you aren't getting happiness. When we invite you to the temple, we give you a simple mat to sit on. Still people come. Why? Because they're getting satisfaction. If you wouldn't be getting satisfaction, you would not chant Hare Krishna. You will not do kirtan. Okay, any more questions? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, it's so nice to see you. One thing that I would like to ask is that when we serve the deities, many times the deities, like wherever, we hear that they're getting painted or repainted and things like that. And there's also the statement that the deity is non-different from the Lord himself. So how do we understand when the deities have to be repainted and things like that? How do we connect that with the deity is like a direct representation of the Lord and it's non-different? So when we paint or when we do this or those kind of things.
Don't we dress the deities? Don't we do abhishek to the deities? Don't we change the deity dresses every day? We do. Just like we change our dresses every day. So we paint the deity. We're trying to make the Lord look more beautiful. That's good. Okay. Any more questions?
Hare Krishna.
Shashiva. Famous Shashiva. I see your face. Nice to see you. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. In most of the classes, and I heard Maharaj from you that most of the problems because of the non-attentive chanting and poor chanting. We chants, we try to be attentive chanting. It's one day we can improve, but second day it's again the same. How to improve that, Maharaj?
Everything comes by making it. I can't speak into the mic. Everything comes by making an effort. Like they say, God helps those who help themselves. So make an effort. And what is attentive chanting mean? When you're doing your 16 rounds, just concentrate on your japa and nothing else. At least make that your single activity. Instead of doing 10 things at the same time. And many people do it every day. Because
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Oh, sorry.
they're more beneficial.
Hare
It's
Krishna.
very hard to communicate.
वो बोल रहे हैं.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for coming to America. I hope you can keep coming and giving us your blessings.
Keep COVID in control.
My question is,
Keep COVID and the viruses all in control.
my question is, how can we make better decisions when we don't know which way we have to go?
Well,
Because sometimes
you
we.
need,
That's
you need
it.
a spiritual teacher, a spiritual guide. Take advice of Vaishnava and they'll help you. Maybe we should stop now. You don't want to make any announcement? Or the-
So thank you so much. His Holiness Gopāl Kṛṣṇa Goswāmi for a wonderful insight and all the wonderful questions. Want to say that by mercy of Maharaj, Leela Krishna Prabhu and Bhakt Pankaj Singh has sponsored 2 sets each from Srimad Bhagavatam said. Haribol! Vidyanand Chaitanya Prabhu? Oh, he has also done 2. Haribol! Yes, if anybody would like to get mercy of Maharaj, they can raise their hands and Loka Prabhu can contact. Maharaj would be happy to sign the thing. Haribol Prabhu. What's your name, Prabhu? Always? Sam. Haribol. Sam for 1 set. Haribol. Anyone else? Ramurari Das. Haribol. Yes, Mataji? Ramadas Keli. Haribol.
Actually,
Ramadas Keli. Yes, Prabhuji?
actually, each of you could order.
Senthil Prabhu. 1 set. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Actually, each of you would order 10 sets every year. You have the means, but not the heart. That's the problem. You do train. Yeah.
Krishnan Prabhu 1 set. Srimad Bhagavatam. Haribol. Yes, Prabhu, what's your name? Umesh Prabhu, 1 set. Haribol. Vrinda, 1 set. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu? Krishna, 1 set. Srimad Bhagavatam. Haribol. Yes, Mataji? Come on, Hari say 1 more. 1 Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
What is the name?
Yes,
What is the name?
Mataji, can you say? Yes, Mataji? Okay, Bhumati, Mataji, 1 set.
Those who are sponsoring, please come to the table and also give your phone number and contact information to Sunil Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Harisha Mataji. She's on a big dish. Haribol, Smita Mataji. Haribol. So that's wonderful. Anyone else who like to get mercy of Maharaj today?
The mercy of the Lord.
Through you, they get mercy of Lord. Jigna Mataji, 1 Srimad Bhagavatam said, Hare Krishna, Haribol. Partha Sarthi Prabhu 1 said, Srimad Bhagavatam, Haribol. Anyone else? The opportunity will be gone then.
We need 25 sets tonight. Go for tomorrow.
Yes. We have 5 sets less, then 25 sets will be offered to Guru Maharaj, and he'll sign the Bhagavatam sets for
If
them.
you don't make up the 5
10
sets,
sets?
I'll have to pay for it.
Anant Kuranga Prabhu, 10 sets. Haribol! Amrish Prabhu is there, Anant Kuranga Prabhu. Okay, you're good, right? So, thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Who else is there? Achintya, one set. Hari Srimad Bhagavatam, Haribol. This is after 4 years. Last time Guru Maharaj came, he signed the things, and devotees are excelling devotional service. So the best time to get signed and keep it with you in your heart for that. Haribol. Yes, Prabhu. Gaur Gadadhar Das, 5 sets. Haribol!
He's not from Baltimore.
Last time Guru Maharaj was here, we did 45 sets. We are almost close to that. How many more? We have 30 sets now, right?
We have 30 more to go.
25. Anyone else? Yes, Prabhu. Gopal Hari Prabhu, 2 sets. Haribol! 5 sets.
10 sets.
Haribol! Yes. Pavitra Gaurdas, 10 sets. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Anyone else? We are almost there. Now we're going to beat the number of 45 to go 50. 51. 51 is good. Then we are satisfied with Guru Maharaj mercy. Anyone else? Last time? Nitya Mataji? 5 sets? Well, it became 4 now. Okay. 2 sets. Nitya Radhika Mataji. Haribol. Yes, Mataji? Yes, Mataji? Jadurani Mataji, 2 sets. Haribol. Getting very close now.
And these sets can be distributed in any part of the world.
Yes, it's going to we're going to Bali, so many places, libraries all around Baltimore, Maryland. So it's going to be distributed everywhere. Yes, Prabhu.
10 sets. Oh,
Haribol.
Now they've crossed.
Harinam Prabhu, 5 sets. Haribol. 2 sets. Haribol. No, 2 sets only. 5 sets Harinaman Prabhu. Anyone else? Yes, Mataji? Subhadra Gopika, 1 set. Haribol, Hare Krishna, Haribol.
If we stay here longer, maybe we'll do a yearly quota.
Yes. We can get to 200 sets, which are target. Yes, Prabhu, behind Prabhu. Haribol. Prabhu, say your name, please, Prabhu. Probably. Two sets. Haribol. I think we have exhausted our piety. Well, thank you so much. I think. Haribol. Neel Madhav Das, 5 sets. Haribol. So have we reached our 51 numbers?
we already crossed.
Haribol! All glories to His Holiness Gopāl Kṛṣṇa Goswāmi Maharaj ki Jai! Maharaj, life is all about book distribution. So what you have done today by doing this, you're making personification of that by doing book distribution. Maharaj will be very pleased.
Prabhupada wanted books distributed. And these books have really changed the lives of millions of people. We've seen over the years these sets that are distributed in Indian libraries, etc. People are reading these books and changing their life.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for doing that. 71. Haribol. Only 30 more left. Only 30 more left to 108 now. We're going there. The table is still there. Guru Maharaj is still here. We have 3 more days. You can sign, and he can sign it up. So it'll be nice. It'll be 108. It'll be very auspicious numbers for that. but we won't extend because it's already 7:40 and devotees have been very patiently waiting. Prasadam is also served downstairs. But we are so grateful His Holiness Gopāl Kṛṣṇa Goswāmi Maharaj came here and he'll be here for the next several days. Tomorrow is a very, very big day for so many devotees. The life is going to change. It's like a life-changing experience from material to spiritual life. We'll almost have 50 devotees getting initiated tomorrow. The program will start, we'll have Kirtan from 4 p.m. onwards, and initiation will be starting after that around 5:30, 6 o'clock. So all devotees, please be participants are welcome for everyone and be part of this wonderful occasion. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. His Holiness Gopāl Kṛṣṇa Goswāmi Maharaj ki Jai.
Please come regularly and support the Baltimore temple.
Thank you all. You can come to the table there and then you can either give the donation by check, credit card or Venmo, whatever works for you. Please give your name and contact information so we have it right and we can ship it to you.
Doing a job.